Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place to find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today I am here with my good friend Robin Shimizu because it's time for Happy Healthy Habits with Robin Shimizu and friends. So I just want to say that you know what, spending this time with people that you really like makes a big difference. There's a healthy habit, Robin. But in the meantime, let me put Robin in a premier position because she's going to share a healthy habit with us today. There you go, Robin. So I'm going to get over here on the side and let you go for it.
Okay. Well, good morning and thank you, Terry. And I wanted to acknowledge Francine Gregory in the background, our tech diva. We always thank her all when we start the show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so today we have Linus Woods Mullins with us, and she's going to help us learn how to add fruits and vegetables, easy ways to add fruits and vegetables to our diet. And I thought that my healthy habit today could piggyback on what she's going to talk about, which is flipping the switch in terms of flipping our mindset switch about how we can do this, how we can add more fruits and vegetables to our diet. And one of the things we need to do is just literally start focusing on, rather than focusing on restricting things out of your diet. So rather than focusing on, I can't eat sugar, I can't eat carbs, I can't drink, I can't, all of those things, you're focusing on the negative. We focus on the positive. So instead, you say, what can I add to my diet? How can I add more color, more fruits, more vegetables to my diet? So you're looking at it from a very positive point of view rather than restricting, and just making that little mind shift will help you add because you'll be replacing good food for the bad food. So that's just my little healthy tip today, is to focus on the positive rather than the negative when we're doing this. And then one little thing I wanted to do before we brought Linus in. Last week we had Kenya
Yes.
show, and I ordered her pack that
Mm-hmm.
she
I
has
did too.
a sample. But you know what she does, and it was so cool. So she freezes these, so when she delivers them, they're like slushy, and they
Is that why it was so nice and cold?
yeah, and so it's slushy, and they're so delicious. Like this one is beet, pear, ginger, and lemon, and it is to die for. It is so delicious. Seriously, I'm not a juicer. I've never drank juice because I always felt like it was calories that I didn't really want to take in
Mhm.
and things like that. But and the cleanse. Jill Weston recommended the pineapple cleanse that she makes. Oh, it's so delicious. But anyway, you guys, she delivers. They're beautifully packaged. I ordered a bunch this weekend because my little sister from Seattle's visiting, and she's just
Mhm.
gonna go crazy over these juices. So anyway,
Juiced
you
by
Kenya,
Kenya. We've been
yeah,
juiced because
juice like
I ordered two and I really enjoyed it. So let me join you, and then we're going to bring Linus in. But yeah, what a great! I loved it.
yeah.
It had no sugar and it tasted good, people. That's what I want you to know. I
Hmm.
want you to know that it did taste good.
Hmm.
So if you're here, I have Carlos in here. He's from New York City. And then we got Cecilia in here. And Cecilia says that she just picked some blackberries
Oh, nice.
from her yard, eating that this morning. How nice. Oh,
Perfect.
wow. Okay. So are you ready to bring
Yes,
Linus on board?
yes. Let's bring
All
it.
right, let's do that. We're going to add Linus to the stage. How you doing this morning, Linus?
I'm fine. How are you?
All is well. We're going to put you in the premier spot because you're going to be doing most of the talking here for a minute.
Okay.
And go ahead and introduce her, if you will, Robin.
Yes, yes, yes. Linus Woods Mullins is a coach for women over the age of 40. She's a holistic wellness coach, and she has everything going. She's got online training, and when we get in person, I'm sure she'll be doing programs in person, hopefully in the near future. But
Mm-hmm.
she helps us balance our spiritual, our emotional, our physical, our wholeness in terms of our health. She's my coach right now. She's teaching me how to eat better and how to move and exercise. My sister and I are on this little program together with her, and we're really, really enjoying it. And what it's done for us, I'm just gonna it's totally changed my sister's so cute. She's like, should I pick up the cauliflower rice today at Trader Joe's when I go? That kind of stuff. So it's like changing the way we were looking at food and stuff. So it's really, really cool, Linus. And should I pick up some salmon? And today we're going to fry up all the vegetables that we have in the refrigerator, to get rid of them, basically, because we've got a ton of Brussels sprouts, all this stuff that she's picked up. We're going to fry some vegetables up. We're going to make some salmon. We're going to eat on that for a couple of days. But yeah, it's very exciting. So we're going to start today. So with that,
Yeah, and you'll be getting your new.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. It's running a little delayed. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. It's running a little bit delayed, Robin. I heard something about you're going to start technically today. And I was just going to tell you that I am sending you your new movement plan today as well. Those 2 days without internet. Oh my goodness. But thank you for allowing me to come on and speak into everyone's lives. And I got to say something about juicing, because I would be remiss if I did not. I've been doing this a long time. I'm certified as a nutritionist. I know a lot about what I'm talking about. Juicing is wonderful, but it does have a sugar content. It's not the same sugar content as refined sugars. So for people who are trying to drop pounds, and that's not your situation, Robin, but for people who are, they really need to cut juices out for a little while until they get to that weight. Yes, because you can eat fruits and things like that, and a little bit of juicing, but like, for instance, drinking juice with every single meal, no. Maybe drinking juice as an AM part of your AM snack or something like that, but every single meal is just adding more calories. Now, it depends on the kind of juice. Some are lower than others, but it does have sugar content. And if you're trying to drop calories, juicing is probably not the best thing to do. You can always add it later on, or you can do it sparingly. Watch your portion control. But you definitely don't want to have juice like at every single meal. Maybe like once a day.
So these are small bottles, and what we're doing, my sister, my mother, and I were splitting it. So that,
okay,
yeah,
that's
so we're
good.
not drinking a whole lot, and.
Or you can also add water to it too. You can add spring water also to dilute it, because some people just need to have a little something sweet to have while they're, eating the other foods. So I just wanted to let you know that. So that sounds like you got it under control. So that's good. Very good.
That's a good idea. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I know today we're going to be talking about how to add more fruits and vegetables. And I would say to add more fruits, juicing is one way to do it if you don't eat any fruits at all, but there's so many other ways to do that. One really quick and easy way to add more fruits and vegetables to your diet is to make sure you have them in every single meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And that goes for breakfast, we might have a little bit of fruit there, but so have vegetables there as well. Mixing vegetables with your eggs is really cool, and it's a great way to make sure that you're getting enough vegetables. Having a portion or two of vegetables and eggs will get you to where you need to go. And people might it can be very, very simple. All you do is just maybe throw in, for instance, some cauliflower, broccoli, zucchini, and mushrooms and bell pepper. What you do is you chop up these things beforehand. You're going to be using during the course, and usually those vegetables will last a week. And you can real quick just scrambled eggs real quick, and season like you normally would. And it's a great way to make sure that you're necessary vegetables. Oh my God, deja vu. We've tried this before. I'm doing this the right way. Also, use veggie-based soups. Like, for instance, you can add vegetables to your chicken broth if you want to. You can add, like, just add a little bit of spinach, a little bit of broccoli. Sometimes for people who like, for instance, this is a good example, even though we're in the summer months, some people like tomato soup, okay? And let's say you go and you get some canned tomato soup, hopefully the good organic kind that doesn't have a lot of syrup, corn syrup in it and stuff like that. Well, you can throw into that soup a little bit of spinach, some thinly sliced zucchini, and I say thinly sliced so that it can cook quickly but yet not be overcooked. Broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, onions, mushrooms. You can put all that into your tomato soup and a portion of vegetables. I'm looking at my notes here to make sure I get everything in. You can also try lasagna. You know how we like to usually have our ham meat, maybe our turkey meat, or maybe even chicken. But I'm sure you've heard of vegetarian lasagna. And you can use portobello mushrooms to give you that meaty texture, so to speak, almost, and of course, zucchini. The only thing is that I recommend that you braise the zucchini a little bit because it has extra water in it. And same thing with too. You don't have to cook all the way, but try to keep just a little bit of water out so that when you do the lasagna, it's not real watery. But adding carrots, broccoli, bell peppers, red and green, all of those is a great way to make sure that you're getting your vegetables. And you can also try getting spinach lasagna. Spinach lasagna is basically a pasta or a lasagna that's made with spinach. Now, it is processed, of course, because spinach doesn't grow into noodles or pasta. Take a look at the package and see, what it is. What I try to do is to get the fresh spinach lasagna, and you can find that. Also, if you're wanting to make like spaghetti or fettuccine, try getting some, vegetable spaghetti or fettuccine. Spinach, fettuccine, spinach, pasta, you can get those, and that's another way to add a little bit of vegetables to your diet. Another thing is, sauces. There are all kinds of sauces that you can make. Add a vegetables to your pesto. The pesto, some spinach raw, and just add it to the pesto. And then when you're heating up the pesto, it automatically will cook, the spinach just right, and pour it over your fettuccine, noodles that are spinach fettuccine noodles. So you're getting a double whammy there. You can also add to your pesto other root vegetables like purple yams, believe it or not, or turnips. You cook them a little bit beforehand and you just add it to the pesto, and it tastes really, really good. Here's another thing. For those of you who are trying to drop weight or increase your vegetables, and you love the idea of having rice at every meal, you can use cauliflower rice. It's really super easy to make. It has an interesting texture that's not like rice, but it's kind of a crunchy, fun texture for you to have. And it takes on the flavor of whatever you add to it. Some people will add scallions or chives, or sometimes people will add a little bit of rosemary or bay leaf, whatever you want to get the flavor you want. But it's a great side dish to replace, your white rice. Definitely don't want to eat that. Brown rice is great because it does have a lot of fiber, but cauliflower is one way to get the vegetables in. So maybe for those of you who just want to get more vegetables in, maybe you do your cauliflower as your rice once a week or something like that. And for those who are trying to drop weight, you can get rid of the rice completely. Or if you are a type 2 diabetic, insulin sensitive, you can get rid of rice, cauliflower instead for your rice. And also you can replace your potatoes if you want. And potatoes are a vegetable, but they're very starchy, high in calorie. And depending on what kind of potato it is, not necessarily the most nutritious. White potatoes are probably the worst when it comes to nutrition. Red potatoes are pretty good. In fact, you can make red potato mashed potatoes if you want, with the skin on it. You can find the recipe. It's really good. But you can also make cauliflower mashed potatoes. You can make cauliflower crust for your pizza, and automatically you're getting in a way to add more vegetables to your diet. When you make your pizzas, you can do the vegetarian pizza. You can substitute the portobello mushrooms on the pizza to give it more of a meaty feel, if you will. But try vegetarian pizza if you have it before. It's really good. It has the cheese on it, so you still have the protein that's coming in for you who are still in dairy and aren't lactose intolerant. Another way to add more veggies, of course, is to put them in your smoothies. Great way to add more veggies and more fruit. And here's something that I did just last night, and it's not a smoothie, but it's a great way to add avocado, which is so important for women over 40 to have avocado in their diet if they're not allergic to it. If you don't like the taste of avocado, try this. You have some blackberries. Okay, there's fruit. Blackberries, maybe raspberries. Okay, a little bit of banana and a little bit of almond milk and a half avocado. Put it in there and then add cocoa. Cocoa is great because it has a lot of iron in it. It has a lot of protein in it. And add, this is the fun part, the bad part, I guess you could say, a little bit of maple syrup. You want to get organic maple syrup, add that in, and then put it in the blender and go ahead and whip it up. And know what it looks like? It looks like chocolate pudding. It tastes like chocolate pudding. It is excellent. You know, like chocolate raspberry pudding, because you've got like a berries in there too, but you're getting your berries, you're getting a little bit of banana in that because that sweetens it a little bit. And you're also getting the cocoa, which is really good, and the avocado, especially if you don't like it, because avocado has so many, it's a fiber, first of all, but it's very beneficial when it comes to melting your stomach fat, and also beneficial when it comes to the omega-3, and hormonal females definitely need to have avocado in their diet. I do meal plans. I have a program for people who are trying to balance their hormones. And I always hope and pray that they like avocado, because I really like to put a lot of, at least one avocado a day in their diet. And people say, well, that's kind of high in calories. And it's a fat. It does have fat, but it's a good fat, and it's nutritive value, high value nutritionally in terms of calories. So it's really not that great. Plus we'll figure out other things that you eat that aren't as, high caloric. Another thing you want to do is add to your casserole. Some people like tuna casserole, okay? What's wrong with tuna casserole, shredded casserole, bean sprouts to your tuna casserole? That might sound strange, but some people might like it. You can add whatever kinds of vegetables you want to your casseroles. Another thing that you might want to do that will help you is the oatmeal. Now, I gave Robin and her sister some overnight oatmeal recipes. And in those recipes, they have fruit in there as well. And it's really neat because you're getting your fruit in, you're getting your fiber in. It's a lower calorie. It gives you lots of fuel for the day. It's fast and easy to make. So if you're just making regular oatmeal, just throw in the berries if you want to. And it's delicious. It will sweeten it a bit. I don't use any sugar at all. I don't use white sugar at all, but I will use cinnamon. Is naturally a sweetener, and that will bring out some sweet. Or if a little bit of honey is fine as well. Try instead a regular bun for your hamburger or your turkey burger, hopefully your chicken burger. Use a lettuce wrap instead, a romaine lettuce. Yes, Robin.
No.
Did you have a question, Robin?
I didn't hear what kind of bun that was.
Yes, we're having some audio issues, so we didn't hear that bun. What kind of bun is it?
Okay. To get rid of the bun that you use for hamburgers or turkey burgers or chicken burgers, try a lettuce wrap instead. Oh, okay. Romaine. Okay. Mm-hmm. And you just put the meat in there and wrap it or roll it up. And it's really good. In fact, I understand that In-N-Out does that. If you request it, they'll give you a burger with no bun. Now you can use a veggie bun, but again, in order for the veggie bun to exist, it's been processed. So I would take a look and see what they did to get the veggies in the bun and, all of that. So just check that out. Also, you can use portobello mushrooms if you want to put your meat in between those if you want. You can use sliced sweet potatoes or tomato halves or sliced eggplant. those can be used as bun as well. The tomatoes, you use your heirloom tomatoes, you slice them and you put the meat in between the tomatoes and, eat it. And sometimes what some people do is they put the tomatoes in, for the bun and put whatever they want in between. And sometimes they wrap that with a romaine lettuce and eat that instead. It's really good. A little bit messy maybe, but really, really good. Just bring some napkins if you want. Also, veggie kebabs are a lot of fun. You can put them on the grill, just like you would do a shish kebab with the meat and everything else. Just don't put meat. You can also put pineapple on there. Some people put what's the other fruit that they put on there? Tomatoes they put on there. You can also put bell pepper. Whatever you would normally put on a shish kebab, just no meat. Add more vegetables. Some people use their kebabs as their main course because they've got the portobello mushroom on there and they have all these other things on there. And then they have like a healthy side of like maybe cauliflower rice and quinoa mixed together because the quinoa is a protein. Okay. And you can do the swapping out your hamburger veggie burger. Just make sure that you are reading what's in the burger to make sure that it's high nutritive value and that not just more additives and preservatives to get it to be a veggie burger. You can stuff your bell peppers with vegetables instead of with meat. It's very easy to do. You stir up the vegetable concoction beforehand, and then you just, put it in there and stuff it and do your regular recipe that you would do for stuffed bell peppers, but instead you just add more vegetables. You can also use fruit on your pancakes, on your waffles. That's really good. Of course, you can add fruit to your Greek yogurt. In fact, I don't buy regular yogurt with the sweetened, flavored, or fruit at the bottom. I don't buy any of that stuff. I just buy regular Greek yogurt. And then I add my fruit to it and I add my sweetener to it. And usually what I add are, the berries and a little bit of honey or maybe even maple syrup. That's what I'm treating myself, and cinnamon. And that's it. You don't need to. Or you can add cocoa to it and a little bit of maple syrup. And it's really, really good. Another thing is guacamole. Again, I say about avocados. They're so good. But you can add to your guacamole the bell peppers, the tomatoes, the garlic, and the onions. They're really good options. You can use that guacamole and top it a little bit on yourself and have the other veggies within the guacamole as well. You can blend veggies into meatloaf if you're doing like a turkey loaf or beef meatloaf or whatever. You can put other stuff in there too, like carrots and zucchini, sometimes spinach, and it really tastes good. It doesn't really alter the flavor, but this way you're getting your veggies as well. And finally, bottom line is that you first have to make a commitment that you're going to add more fruits and vegetables. That's the first thing. The second thing is figuring out by experimenting what tastes good to your palate. And then you do that thing and just make it a part of your daily regime. I would start slow, maybe for breakfast, you're going to add veggies to your eggs. Try that first. And then, over time, you'd say, okay, now for lunch, if I have hamburgers, I'm going to ask that the burger be brought in a lettuce wrap, And in terms of your fruits and stuff, get those smoothies in. Maybe in the afternoon, bring a smoothie with you that has the greens and things already in it so that you're getting everything that you need in the course of the day. And let me say real quickly about powders that you add to smoothies. Some of them are very good. Let's just remember, though, that they are processed. I mean, there's a way they get them to that powder stage. So it's always best to get fresh vegetables as much as possible. Eat organic as much as possible. It's not always, possible, but sometimes you can get frozen organic. You can get frozen organic blueberries. I prefer to get those because when I'm making my smoothies, it's smoothies already cold. I don't have to add ice, So I prefer those. But the main thing is to get it on your priority list and begin to start, adding it to your shopping list, adding it to your meal plan, and just make it a new habit and part of your healthy habits, that you decided to add. So.
Linus, you said organic frozen vegetables. Frozen fruit. So what we're buying is not organic. Basically, we need to watch the packaging.
Yeah, because not all frozen blueberries are organic. It will tell you if it's organic or not. And most of the time when I get that, I get it at Costco. They have them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, most of them are not. The ones that you usually get are just like the regular blueberries, which if that's all you can get, I guess some is better than none. I'm not a purist on that. I just know that when you're eating organic, you're getting more of the nutrients. And blueberries are interesting because fresh blueberries can be good. You got to eat them right away. You got to wash them really good. And when you get them frozen, they're already washed in the bag and they're organic. So I go for the okie doke. That means that I add them to my smoothies or I use them in the blender, but I don't necessarily like eat them by themselves. Now, I will give them to my grandkids. They love them because they're cold. They taste like popsicles or something like that. And I mix them in with their grapes. And they're like, they're just eating. They don't know. They're watching the Disney Channel and, mindlessly eating their blueberries and grapes. They don't even know what grandma snuck in there. So that's another way to eat blueberries, which is probably one of the best vegetables because it's really good for your immune system. It's got so many different minerals and things like that. So, you can mix in your blueberries with your grapes, and just eat them like that and not even realizing that you're boosting your immune system and also curbing your appetite as well. So, because they do curb appetite too. So,
well, we did have some comments. I wanted you to know that Jerry says that she loves her veggie omelet. She does do her veggie omelet. Let's see what else we have going here. I want you to know Yolanda said hello. She says here that she replaced Kool-Aid with fresh berries, boil and steep for great daily drink. Oh, okay.
That's a great idea.
Great idea. Yes. So, is it something that we need to add? Do you have something coming up that you want to share with us?
Let me see. What do I have coming up? Well, actually, yes. Next week, in my group, I'm going to be posting every day access to my 64 Ways to Vibe in honor of my 64th birthday, which is next week. So please go to the Vibe Woman group on Facebook and go ahead and belong to that. And you'll get notified every time I post the link to the 64 ways to vibe. And vibe means being more vibrant, intuitive, beautiful, and emerge. So there's going to be 64 tips that I'm going to be giving. And don't have any, I'm running rooms on Clubhouse all the time, but I'm trying to think. My next event is actually going to be July 25th. And I am going to be doing the feminine frequency again. I haven't put it up yet, but we just had it and it was fantastic. We loved it. Oh, and you've got the thing up here? Yes.
Yes, I've got your link tree showing so that people will know how to find you. And I'm going to put that link tree. Here's the banner showing it. You can take a screenshot, folks. And I'll also put it in the chat. In the comments so that you guys can see it.
And
let's see it.
Check out those free Vibformations. That's going to be changing next week. It's going to be 64 of them that I'll be sharing. I also have some essential oils that you might be interested in that help to raise your frequency. And I give you the list of what those are. 5 steps to spiritual surrender. That is a wonderful giveaway, which tells you the things you want to do to kind of let go and let God. Also, take a look at my Vibe Women 40 Plus Clubhouse special schedule in terms of when I'm on Clubhouse all the time. And the Vibe Women 40 and Beyond FB group, please join that because there's some wonderful women there, over 7,100 women there. And also, I upload a new podcast every Wednesday on the Vibe Living podcast, so check that out. And if you're interested in any of my coaching programs, my Vibe Emotions, my Vibe Moving, Vibe Living programs, join the Vibe Series FB group to find out more about that. And there is my link to go to my actual coaching programs, my group coaching programs. I also have individual coaching as well for those of you who want one-on-one. And my YouTube channel. I have a goal. I want to try to get to 1,000 subscribers, and I think I'm at 706. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be featuring my Linus Minutes shorts. So you just click on there and you go to the Linus Minute short, and you're going to get some great advice on how to stay well in your mind, body, and spirit. And then there's my website, The Wellness Woman 40. That's my main website. And every Monday, I go into my group for Linus Minutes. So that's all that's going on. That's all.
Well, I am so glad that we were able to show that, Linus.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because it definitely simplifies things. So people know where to go to find all about Linus and how to follow you and what your programs are. Because, here at Biz Chicks, we're not selfish. You want people to know, and we want people to support, especially when these contributors come in and give us all this expertise. Guys, you need to follow up. And Cecilia says, wow, that girl is full of energy. Yes, she has a lot going on. And you can too, Cecilia, just by following Linus and enrolling in some of her programs. So thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
I'm going to give Robin the stage now. Here we go. Okay, Robin.
Okay, well, I just wanted to thank Linus for coming on and being so gracious always when we ask her to help us out on Biz Chicks on our Thursday programs. And I wanted to also give let people know that I took her Raise Your Vibration class over the weekend. And it was the most fantastic class where we learned about crystals, oils, and affirmations on how to raise our vibration. And Linus, I have to tell you, I have been, I still feel residual benefits from that class.
I can feel it right now as you're talking about it. Yes. Yeah. And you're glowing, Robin. You look great.
I come right.
Robin's a walking advertisement of Vibe Living right now. She's taking the feminine frequency classes. She's taking the Vibe moving classes.
We're excited. We're excited. So we're getting a great report.
Yes, just so blessed to have this opportunity to work with such beautiful women. Terry Lena, she and I are partners in another business together.
Yes.
So fortunate. So Linus, thank you. We'll see you again soon. Next week, next Thursday on June 3rd, we have Maureen Stevenson, who's going to teach us something about healthy eating or moving or hormones or whatever. She also is a very, very fantastic wellness coach. So join us next week for Maureen. In the meantime, we thank Linus so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you again, guys. And I look forward to seeing who's going to be on next week. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about, excuse me, we're going to be talking tech in English. Hold on a minute, guys. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking tech in English. And we'll be here with the Tech Divas to help you learn simple things that you can do with tech to do business better. Hey, come on in. Don't be scared. You'll be able to understand everything we're talking about. And if not, just ask us and we'll break it down. With that, we say to you, have a great day and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye, everyone.